In such a climate then, Joe Hockey has a test coming up in the form of a Reserve Bank dividend, or not. The RBA publishes its annual report on Thursday, which should include a rather miserable operating profit thanks to low interest rates, but a big fat bottom line thanks to foreign currency gains as the Australian dollar weakened. So, will Hockey follow Wayne Swan's example last year and rip a $500 million dividend out of the central bank, or bow to the governor's wishes of rebuilding the RBA's depleted reserve fund? Joe was scornful of Swan's dividend raid, but that was when he was in opposition. And even then he didn't promise to let the RBA keep the profit, merely saying that the coalition government would, quote, as a matter of urgency, meet with the Reserve Bank to discuss its reserve fund requirements, unquote. Joe also noted that it was essential to the public interest that the RBA had appropriate reserves at all times, whatever that means. So, on Thursday we'll find out what profit the RBA has made and how much it gets to keep. It could be interesting. By the looks of the Treasurer's Friday media release on election promises costings, he must be rather desperate for any contribution he can get. Hockey took great pleasure in the Parliamentary Budget Office not just confirming that the Coalition's election policies would improve the budget bottom line by $6 billion over 4 years, but that the Coalition had been conservative. The policies would actually reduce the deficit by $7.1 billion over 4 years. So, instead of shaving the budget by an average of 0.37%, it will be 0.47%. A difference of 1/10 of 1 percentage point isn't all that much to crow about, when you had been telling everyone we had a budget crisis. But of course, that seemed to disappear 2 days before the election. It's an ongoing observation that the Coalition has a tendency to act as if it's still in opposition rather than government. So it might also be interesting to see what line it takes to the September quarter Consumer Price Index released on Wednesday. The annual headline figure will be well down as the carbon tax impact last year drops out, not that there was much impact, while the core inflation rate is likely to remain at the lower end of the RBA's target range. As the RBA has spelt out several times, inflation is not a problem for the next year or two, allowing it to cut rates again if it feels the need. So there's unlikely to be anything market sensitive in the CPI. But Joe Hockey might not like to comment about such things, as his opposition line was that interest rate cuts were the sign of a poor economy, and now he's Treasurer. Talk to you Friday.